2025. Can see some comments here. Good morning, Eddie Fang. Good morning, Abdul Aliyu, Ayomikun Odinaike, Blessed, Ebenezer Adeshola, Ekpe Ambassador, Oluwatoba Adeogun, Madam Manaji, and every other person on board. We're starting straight away. Yeah, good morning to you all. All right, so today you can see this is Forest Factory is loaded with a lot of fundamental, events, and I will advise we trade as much as possible with caution when it comes to technicals today. Though I still have a couple of technicals I'll show us, but then today is more of fundamental analysis. And the first one, already happened. We had one in the course of the night. RBA, that's the Reserve Bank of Australia, Governor Bullock gave a speech 1 a.m. Nigerian time. I believe we were all sleeping, including myself at that time. Now, 7 a.m. this morning, that's roughly 15 minutes ago, there was a news from the United Kingdom. Retail sales came out good for the British pound. Now, the next event will come up by 8:15 a.m. this morning. That is roughly an hour from now. And that will be the French Flash Manufacturing PMI and the French Flash Services PMI. 8:30, there'll be German Flash Manufacturing PMI and German Flash Services PMI. 9 a.m., there'll be Flash Manufacturing PMI, Flash Services PMI, all of them from the Eurozone. So we're expecting a lot of activity from the Eurozone this morning, and I'll show you the particular currency pair I'm looking out for all these Euro-based events from 8:15 to 9 a.m. By 9:30, there will be Flash Manufacturing PMI, Flash Services PMI from the United Kingdom. Okay, so yeah, from 9:30 and 1 p.m. That'll be core CPI, CPI, and CPI yearly from United States, and 2:45 p.m. That'll be Flash Manufacturing PMI and Flash Services PMI from the United States. So it looks like today is the day filled with all the flash manufacturing and the services PMI for both the Eurozone, United Kingdom, and the United States. So we expect a lot of activities across these three, major currencies. That's the United Kingdom British pound, the euro, and the United States dollar. But we're starting with the euro. So I'm going to flip over now to the chart. Now, from the fundamental side, if the data comes out all good, one after the other, if it comes out all good for the euro, that is expected to lead to a bullish movement on the euro pairs. And if it comes out all bad for the euro, then we're expecting, a massive bearish movement. But then I'll show you, like I said, the particular euro pair putting a lot of attention on this morning. All right, so let's switch over to the chart. Today I'm going to look a lot at the Euro JPY, the Euro USD, Euro JPY. I'm looking a lot at these particular pairs. I think I should start with the Euro USD. Now, this is the Euro USD on the daily time frame. There has been an expectation of price to go in the bullish direction. A breakout was anticipated yesterday to the upside, but somehow there wasn't sufficient volatility to push price, into that upside direction. But then today, if the data comes out good for the euro, price might experience that bullish break that has been anticipated. Price may break above this level. We may see a slight retracement before 8:15. Then this becomes a clear reversal pattern, and from there we may expect a break into the bullish direction. So I'm bullish on the euro USD. If the data comes out good for the euro, you can look at buying the euro USD. I'll repeat that. If the data from the Eurozone, flash manufacturing, flash services PMI, if it comes out good for the euro, you can look at buying the euro USD. At this moment, we don't know which direction is going to go, but I'm showing you what I'm seeing on the chart. As in the direction, the outcome of the data, we don't know yet. But from the chart, this is what I'm seeing. If the data comes out good for the euro, we can look at buying the euro USD. Now, on the other hand, if the data comes out bad for the euro, because those are the two scenarios to expect. If it comes out bad for the euro, this is the euro JPY trading at a resistance level on the daily time frame. So if the data comes out bad for the euro, then you can look at selling the euro JPY. For emphasis again, if the data comes out good for the euro, look at buying the euro USD. If it comes out bad for the euro, look at selling the euro JPY. All right. So I believe that is noted. All right, for the British pound, I'll be looking at the GBP USD. Now, for this instrument also, we anticipated a bullish breakout a couple of days back, but then there wasn't sufficient volatility to push price into that direction. So if the price is still trading around the trend line on the daily time frame, we still have the uptrend on the daily. Price is still testing the trend line as we speak. There's still possibility of price reversing to the upside. So if the data comes out good for the British pound, then we can look at buying the GBP USD. I'm still seeing this as an inverse head and shoulder, except there's a change in the market structure, but that's what I still see at the moment. Like I said, except the market structure changes. So if the data comes out good for the for the British pound, we can look at buying the GBP USD. All right, so that's all I can say about the fundamental event for today. That's in this morning session. In the afternoon session, you'll be intimated about the US dollar. So let me show you other pairs I'm looking at today. I'm looking at the AUD card today. And this is purely a technical setup on 1 hour time frame. All right, so this is the AUD card on 4 hour forming a triangle pattern. And here we can see price testing the trend line of the triangle, and right here is forming an inverse head and shoulder, which may trigger a breakout to the upside. So let's take it down to 1 hour, and this is a 1 hour version. So on the 1 hour, we still have even the head and inverse head and shoulder rather is looking clearer on 1 hour compared to the 4 hour time frame. So it's currently in a range. Once price breaks out, it may likely break out above the trend line also. All right. So now if you're trading triangle patterns, recent highs are as good as the profit levels also. So we may look at the profit level right here. And if the volatility is very strong and price breaks above that level, we may look at the next level of profit taking up above there. That's resistance up there. So if this goes according to plan, we're looking at a profit target of first level at about 30 pips and second level at about 80 pips thereabouts. So we're bullish on the AUD card today. It's a 1 hour setup. We're bullish on the AUD card. And the second instrument I'll be looking at technically is the very popular and almighty gold. All right, so this is gold. I've always maintained trade with caution with gold in this season, and I still maintain it. But then let's look at what the market is saying at the moment. So after the, massive bullish breakout of close to 3,000 pips in the last couple of weeks thereabouts, price making all-time high. Now, price also on the daily time frame is still having an overall bullish trend. Price is still on an uptrend up to this point. And yesterday we expected a breakout, but then we are actually seeing a retracement in the market as we speak. Now, price is retracing to retest the trend line. It may take this as a support. All right, so we may see a little drop again to touch both the trend line and the support zone. And from there, we might expect a rally, that is an upward movement, or otherwise called a bullish movement in price on gold. Let's take it down to a lower time frame for clarity. All right. Now, if you actually look at it critically, it looks a lot like it's finally forming an inverse head and shoulder from where we might expect another bullish round of movement. But don't forget, there's a previous support turn resistance here from the previous neckline. Price may at least target that level first before any other movement or any other breakout. So I'm seeing an inverse head and shoulder forming on the 1 hour, and price may push to this resistance level. So you might look at taking a buy on gold if price breaks out above this neckline. Not now. Wait for a clear break above, a new candle to break out above the neckline region up there, and your RSI clearly above 50. And that move can give as much as about 300 pips. Well, that's massive, but then trade it with caution. You don't need to stay all through. Once you can catch something comfortable, some 50, 70 pips, you should be comfortable with that. Don't forget today is Friday. Market may be unstable. Fridays are very, very, you trade with a lot of caution on Fridays because market instability is very common, especially in the afternoon. So trade with a lot of caution. All right, that'll be all from my analysis this morning. A little recap for the news we're expecting by 8:15 to 9 a.m. thereabout for Euro. We are bullish on the Euro USD and we're bearish on the Euro JPY. For the news from British, from the United Kingdom, on that one we're bullish, strictly bullish on the GBP USD. Then I said that we're bullish on AUD CAD on 1 hour, and we're equally bullish on gold on 1 hour. So that'll be all from my analysis this morning. If you have any question, you can go ahead and post in the comment section. Okay, so Eddie Fang is asking me to check the USD JPY, Oluwatoba Ogun CAD JPY. So let's go straight to check these two currency pairs, USD JPY, CAD JPY. All right, so from an early analysis of a previous resistance turn support on the USD JPY, price has broken out to the upside just as analyzed. All right, so that's a previous resistance turn support, and that has seen price move to the upside. Currently, price is trading at a resistance level on the daily time frame. So we'll go to the 1 hour time frame. I will draw a trend line. So we'll be expecting a reversal in price on the USD JPY in the course of today. So we're bearish on the USD JPY. Because this is a very key level, and from there, We are anticipating a breakout to the downside. We're bearish on the USD JPY. So the other one is the CAD JPY. So let's quickly check that. All right, so this is the CAD JPY. And for the CAD JPY, you can see price trending down on the daily time frame. Lower high, lower high, lower high, the third one. So technically, we're looking for a bearish movement on the CAD JPY. You can see that majority of the JPY pairs are trading around the resistance level, telling us that the reversal is anticipated across most of these pairs. Reversal to the downside. This is having exactly the same pattern as what we saw on the USD JPY. So we're going to be expecting a breakout to the downside here also to trigger a sell. So we're bearish on the CAD JPY. In fact, if you take it a step further, I'm seeing something, an additional information. Okay, it's not so clear on 15 minutes. Let's go to 30 minutes. Okay, I think it's clear on 1 hour then. I'm seeing that it's trying to form like a head and shoulder pattern also, which may be additional confirmation. But either ways, whether it forms it or not, we're bearish on the CAD JPY on 1 hour time frame. Madam Onaji GBP JPY. So GBP JPY also bounced off from a resistance turned support. But then it's not on a resistance level like the other JPY pairs that we have looked at. There's still a resistance up there. All right, now this is like a rising wedge pattern trying to form. Now, to be honest, there's no much clarity around this one. It may retrace and still break out before the final come down. Any movement is expected. Assuming it's already at this resistance, yes, I would say that we're expecting a reversal, but it's not there yet. So anything is possible. It may break out first to the upside and from there reverse. That's a possibility. Or since it's trying to form a rising wedge, it may drop, then break out, then drop further. If you are not already on the trade on it, just stay out. There's no clarity as to how it's going to move. So I'm not having clarity on the GBP JPY at the moment. All
Thank
right.
you very much. I want a trade on a sell trade,
You're on the sell
but I
trade.
watch a little before I now close. Thank you, sir.
It's all right, man.
Yes, sir.
All right. That'll be all from our analysis this morning. Don't
No,
forget
on
later
the
today.
buy. It's a buy. It's buy trade, sir.
Okay, ma.
It's buy, but I'll
Okay.
wait.
It's possible it may
Yes,
still
sir.
break out to
I'll
the
watch a
upside.
little, then I'm now to what to do.
All right. All right.
Yes, sir.
Don't forget by
Thank you
4 p.m.
very much, sir.
today.
I'm very grateful.
You're
Thank
welcome,
you.
ma. We're having a software webinar Do try to join us. The link will be dropped in all the groups. Click on the link. Time is 4 p.m. Add additional tools to your trading arsenal to become a better trader. So, see you by 4 p.m. later today. Take care and have a great day ahead. Bye bye.